Hello and welcome back to Weekly Review with Champ. So we're going to be reviewing all of the day trades that we actually set last week, or gave an idea for, and talk about what was good, what wasn't good, and how we can improve our trading and approach to the market. So trading is one of those things that you have to constantly review. You can't manage what you don't measure, you can't measure what you don't manage. So we will review what went well, what didn't go well, and just keep doing this on a weekly basis. Trading is one of those things that you will never perfect, but you will reduce the amount of mistakes. So it is something that you have to constantly review, hence why we've put these weekly reviews into the series on the Coin Bureau trading. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Now, Bitcoin's weekly trades that we had last week during the day trades, there were a lot of tough movements. Now, we finished off the week beforehand with 2 losses on these 2 ideas where we were looking, if basically support was to be broken, we were looking for a continuation onto the downside with DXY potentially pushing up and then Bitcoin breaking lower. From there, we ended up rejecting this, having a fake out, and then coming all the way to the 31k mark. Now, what's really interesting is from this 31k, there was a rejection, from that rejection, and then has pulled all the way back down to the current support. So it's just been yo-yoing for the past 3 months, 2 months, ever since it spiked up to 30k. That's been the ceiling, and then price has just been yo-yoing in between. Now, we don't really have a clear indication of where the market's going. I like the way this is setting up to break out onto the upside, but there is also a very high opportunity for this just to wick all the way up and then flash crash all the way back down. Now, regardless of the matter, from an investment point of view, I am waiting for a lower Bitcoin. I'm waiting for maybe like 25k, 20k to actually buy from like a holding perspective. But from a trading perspective, right now it's really difficult to be able to get a long-term position in. That's where day trades can come in, because you're able to get in and out of the market on a daily basis. So guys, just want to quickly mention, don't forget to check out our Bitget competition. So if you're day trading or whatnot, Bitget have a $15,000 prize pool if you want to go and participate in that, where there's 17 days left of this competition. And Space Panda is back up it again with Hippo skiing. You two have been absolutely killing it when it comes to the trading volume here on the leaderboard. You were there last month fighting for the 2 spaces, and now you're there again. So massive shout out to you guys. Link in the description if you want to join in on this, where top prize is actually a $4,000 cash prize that goes into your Bitget account. So let's get back to the video. So on the day trade side of things, we had 4 trade ideas as an overall last week. Now, reviewing this, what we probably could have got is actually 1 more trade idea. So we'll start straight away from Wednesday. So on Wednesday onwards, we would have been able to get a really good buy on this retest. So we had a nice move onto the upside, spiked, and then retested at 30k. We wouldn't have really been able to get any trades from Monday and Tuesday because there was no real good setups and the move was just happening in one direction. So it wasn't something we could have captured. But we would have been able to seen on around 11:30, price has actually created a support and an area here for a key level. Since then, we had 2 opportunities to potentially get in anywhere between the Asian session or even early in the morning, or if I set a pending, and get a take profit at take profit 1, which would be this key level here, which is where price rejected twice. Or we could have just literally just rode this all the way to the previous resistance, and that would have been a 1 to 3% trade, or 1 to 1.5. Really depends on how you would have taken profit. So that's a trade that I generally believe would be a really good one if we could have capitalized on that. We could have actually had a sell trade idea here, which was basically a rejection, because on the left hand side we already knew that price was rejecting this, and this is not just rejected on a few days ago. This has been rejected all the time, like month after month. So we probably could have set a pending buy here, a pending sell here, sorry, and then run that sell all the way down. But it was a little bit of a higher risk one, and it wasn't something that I was actually watching. But hence why the review videos are great, because we're able to talk about these ideas and see how I could have improved or how you could have improved, and we're learning together. So from there, we've actually got the same structure and the same idea which we created here on the 8th of August, created a support, faked out, and then we pushed all the way back up for a retest, a push onto the upside, and then a take profit just below the above key level, or this resistance, which was previously a support. So this was a day trade idea we gave. This is a great idea, and this actually worked out. And one great thing is you could actually go back and watch all of these videos in the past to help you guys learn and earn, to review these day trades, review the altcoin, technical analysis, a whole proprietary trading, a personal overview of this if you wanted to. Then we basically planned out a next trade saying that if we broke above, we're looking for the buy on this structure and then a take profit. And what's interesting is this is exactly the same trade as this, except for it's on a higher zone with a higher stop loss and a higher take profit, so it's a little bit of a longer term trade. And then from there, this goes on to yesterday's video where we basically talked about how great of a position and an idea this was. And last week I said if we were to break this support, we'd actually bounce on this, retest this, and then break lower and push below. And it did exactly that to the T. Now, yes, this is great that I was right this time round, and this worked perfectly. And throughout these two trades, would have made around 7%. But the point is, even if I'm right, even if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. It can't let it get to your ego, and it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong in each video or each trade. What's important is the approach, the process, and the longevity of your career when it comes into trading. It's very, very easy to get sucked into the social media and also sucked into these YouTube videos to see, oh wow, Dan's winning again, Dan's called these trades, he, you know, yes, he gets a few trades wrong, but most of them he's right and right and right. I have failed time and time and time and time again before I even got to this position. And also you have to deal and accept with failing when it comes to trading. It's very difficult because we're conditioned to know, you know, to work harder, and the more we work harder, the better the results, or we're conditioned to like win. And when the conditioning for winning is in trading, that's not the case. You could do everything perfect and the trade could still go wrong and hit your stop loss. So it really is something that you have to hone, master yourself, and remember, it's you versus you and me versus me. So hope you guys enjoyed the weekly review just from a Bitcoin perspective. We will do a full weekly one next week where we did the XRP and Bitcoin, and in tomorrow's video we'll be talking about our altcoins and the key levels and potential breakouts that are happening. Remember to stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, check out our massive promotions with, you know, $8 million and Lambo and a Rolex with Bitget, and also a Bitget competition which is $15,000 prize pool, link in the description as well. So see you in the next one. Peace.